The fans in my Golf were so loud. It was time to replace them, and the process is straightforward. It's the same for both fans. First, I disconnected the plugs, then I removed the screws that hold the fan bracket to the shroud. And with the fan free, you can then separate it from the bracket. And at this point, all I had to do was swap in the new fan. But of course, it didn't go that way. I found broken, this might be part of the rattle, discontinued parts, and these holes are not aligning with the studs. I got a new fan that didn't fit, so I can't install this one either. Dadgummit. But I had to figure out something. I'm gonna show you what I did. Candidate number 2 looks a bit more promising. So I'm under the driver's side of the car, and I think this is one of the connectors for the fan. Yes, actually, I think this is both of them. They're right here. All right, so all I had to do was press this in for that one, and the other one is the opposite. So I think that's both of the fans disconnected. Those are the plugs right there. So there is a place where the wire comes from the fan, where it's held in by the shroud. So I took it out there, and I think that will free the wires that are coming from this fan. You just have to snake it above this coolant hose. Voila, it is free. So this is what holds on the smaller fan, and I just realized that it's broken, and I'll show you when I take it out. And I'm using a T30 Torx bit. So that's one of the screws. And this one I'm accessing from below. Maybe I should have done this one first so that I could pull the fan up when I took the other one out. So this hanging rather than trying to fall. Lessons learned. So the little fan is out. This is supposed to have 3 mount points, and it only has these 2. So I can't finish the install today. I'm gonna have to look for one of these. This might be part of the rattle because it was kind of dangling by these 2. So here's the new one, and yeah, it has the right mount points. These look like 10mm nuts. Let's see, the plugs match up. They do, the plugs match up. But yeah, this is a 27-year-old fan with brittle 27-year-old plastic. So on this one, I'm gonna start with the bottom one. So I'm gonna put the wire out of the way, and it seems like it's the same sort of little Torx bolts with the T30. There's one screw, there's the fan there, that is right in here. It's gonna be hard to get the video on it when I'm removing it, but that's where it is. I mean, if you look at the way the fan's mounted, it'll become obvious, but it is hard to see. It's right there. Yeah, it's a tight fit, but you can get to it. Got it. My cat's scratching at the door. I don't know why he wants to be in the garage, but this one is a lot easier to get to. There it is. Let's see, can I bring it out up top? Let's grab it. There we go. You could probably snake it out from below as well, but you just gotta clear all the little tubes and things that stick out. And here it is. And this one's intact, thankfully. Yeah, so this is broken, but the part that holds the fan is good to go. Another 27-year-old fan. Just like the other one, there's 3 nuts that can be removed with the 10mm. Let's see how hard they are to take off. All right, does it come right off? Oh, nice. Comes right up. Comes right up after taking this off. I'm gonna check to make sure the plugs are the same, and they are. I'm gonna try and orient it exactly like the other one. All right, so this is smooth all the way around with one little notch right there for the wires. Uh-oh. It is not going to work. So these holes are not aligning with the studs. So I can't install this one either. Dadgummit, time to go searching. And I think this one is the right diameter, but I need to check. This is the smaller one. And I'm learning I need to install parts quicker when they get here because I might be out of the return window. Of the two fans I got, this one fits, the other one doesn't. But this one's bracket is broken, so I'm gonna still be searching for that. And I'll still be searching for another fan since it doesn't fit. So let's go ahead and put the old broken bracket on the new good fan. I do not want to put this back on, but I don't have another one. But anyway, this is the process for replacing it. Trying to tell which one the noise was coming from. So I have a shopping list that consists of a fan and a new bracket. So I had to reinstall everything so that I could drive the Golf and try and hunt down some parts. I did notice though that the plugs were just dangling behind the radiator. But during my hunt, I did find the OEM solution to securing the plugs. I figured I'd hop online and order a replacement for the broken bracket, but site after site said it was discontinued or not available. I did see listings with similar part numbers that I could have tried to make work, but it wasn't worth the gamble. And even if I was willing to take a chance on it, I didn't know when I'd get it. But my local junkyard did have two Mark IV Jettas, so I decided to go see if they still had intact brackets. There used to be a $1.50 movie theater near me. I would take coming to the junkyard over going to the movies. So look at those little signs there. I'm looking for A24, 15, 16, 24. Now where is position 11? It's already been messed over. And what I need, wait a minute. This setup was for a 1.8T and the fans looked similar, but the mounting was different. So I decided to go look at the other one. Candidate number 2 looks a bit more promising. Let's see, is everything there? I think they'll have what I need. Hey, it's intact. At first, I was only going to take the bracket for the smaller fan that is broken. But when I looked at it, it looked like the larger radiator bracket would fit the new fan I got. And I was wondering if this was another one of those things that made the 1999 Mark IV Golf different than the ones that followed. So I decided to grab it as well to see if it'd work. Something I forgot, gloves. I already cut myself once. I'm gonna do everything I can not to lay down on this muddy ground. Getting that bottom one's a little tricky. The car is teetering a little bit. That's one. And there we go. Just separate the fan from the bracket and we're off. I'm gonna take a look at the interior of this car. It's the wrong color, but I don't have a console in mind. That's what I need. This makes the junkyard trip worth it. When I was taking mine out, it looked like that the plugs should mount to something, but it didn't exist on my car. This one had it. Seems to be in good condition, so I'm gonna see if I can use this on mine. E70 3.0, bring back memories. If I get another one, it will be the inline 6. My friend Joe was looking for a driver's side fender for his Jetta. Somebody else was too. There's a couple more out here, maybe I'll get lucky. And here is the other one. The other fender's still there, but this one is gone. What are the odds of seeing one of these at the junkyard? That's nice. I'm gonna get one day, maybe. But that's pretty sweet. Godzilla. I like the wheels, I like everything about that. So I'm back home, and this is the bracket from the car in the junkyard, which is one of the later Mark IVs. The 99 is an oddball Mark IV Golf. But I was wondering if this was another thing that made the 1999 Mark IV the odd man out. But we'll see, won't we? Wait a minute. Look at that. Another situation where the Mark IV is an oddball. Now I gotta take the old one off and see if the mount points are the same. I suspect they will be. Every single website, like with the harness, shows that the part that they have in their catalog will fit, but it's not the case. So if you have a 1999 Mark IV Golf, most Mark IV parts work, but some might not. So here I am. I'm going to take off the fans again, hopefully for the last time. Oh, I do see the little spot for the connectors to mount. So I'll try and make use of the new little plastic bracket I bought for it. And this time I'm starting on the bottom. Yeah, I should have lifted this car last time I worked on these, but it was such an easy job. It took me 3 times away, but still. Let's see, do these line up? It looks like they do line up. So I have updated, I'm not gonna call it an upgrade, I'll call it an update. I've updated from an early Mark IV setup to a later Mark IV radiator fan setup. I'll take it. I'm gonna reuse these nuts. Got it! And I don't know if this feature will jive with my 99 setup. This little bracket holds the harness, which I think is fantastic. There we go. And let's prep the other one. Okay. This one looks a bit different. Oh no. Well, maybe it doesn't matter where the wiring goes. You see it, if I line up this one with this, it doesn't line up, but you know what? I'm gonna try. What I can do is test fit ahead of time. The wiring seems to be long enough, but it definitely needs to come out toward the bottom. Yes, it looks like it'll fit. It's just not the same exact orientation for everything. Good news. Oh, come on. There we go. Just making sure there's no interference issues. This one also has this little feature, which I like a lot. It might have been a mistake to install the new fan with the old bracket, because without 3 mount points, one side was able to flop, and it looks like the fan hit somewhere, and we'll see if that causes any balance issues. Has to go back on now though. Ooh, I may have to come from the bottom. This electric motor sticks out way more than the other one did. So this little clamp on this coolant hose, I'm gonna release it and see if that lets me push it up from the bottom. How am I gonna get it up there? I think this will work. There we go. There we go. All right. And I'll show you in a second that the motor, even though it sticks out more than the other one, it's not sticking out and hitting anything. Finally got a setup that actually works. This ended up being able to clear the arm and still get to the little screw. All right, starting from the top. Wait a minute, is that fan hitting? Oh, no, it's not. And then it was time to try and install the new little bracket for the connectors. Okay. All right, I think I got it seated properly now. Line up the top hole first, then the bottom one. Yeah, the top one's not holding. That's too close to the fan, so I should have used the back side. All right, let's see if that's better. And the top still doesn't want to stay in, but it's staying in well enough, and that's way better than having it just dangling. Because of the different orientation, I have extra wire, but I think it'll stay out of the way. All right, time to eat dinner. I'll test the fans in the morning. And when the fans came on, they were so quiet that I couldn't even hear them. If you'd like to see the rest of the work that I've done on my Mark IV Golf, check out the playlist. And if you'd like to follow along as I continue to maintain and upgrade it, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care.